I'm going to spend some time talking with one of the candidates for State Representative District 120, Holly Raschine. Holly, thank you for being with me this morning.
Thank you, Jenna.
Holly, before we get started and into your campaign, could you just tell our viewers a little bit about your background?
Thanks so much again for having me this morning. And I'm born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska. I'm a native Alaskan, and I moved to Florida to attend Florida State University. I graduated with a degree in political science, and immediately following my graduation, I got a job working for the legislature under Representative Ken Sorensen in 2003, and I've been in the Keys ever since.
Okay, and I know you're actively involved down here. Could you tell us about some of the involvement that
Absolutely.
you're in?
And that's one of my favorite parts of my former job as legislative assistant. It allowed me a lot of time to get involved in the community. One of my favorite roles is I serve as the board secretary of Leadership Monroe County. I'm also the vice chair of the Florida Keys Area Health Education Center, and AHEC, short, AHEC is much easier than the whole title, is responsible for getting programs out into the schools on health, healthy living, nutrition, things like that. That's very important to me, fighting childhood obesity and dental, children and good dental practices. I also am involved with the Upper Keys Business and Professional Women. I am the past vice president, the past president, the past secretary, and it goes on. I've been a member for over 8 years. I'm also involved in the Key Largo Community Preservation Foundation, and that is a organization that is promoting Key Largo as a community, and also they're trying to set up a recreational district. I'm also involved with the Mariners Hospital Bougainvillea Ball, and that's a lot of fun.
Okay, so you're very active out there, Holly.
Yes.
And now, why are you running for state representative?
I'm running because District 120 needs representation that is experienced. These are critical times for our state, of course for our nation, and also for our community. And I'm the candidate that can walk in ready to go. I can get to work the first day in office. I have a unique perspective of issues and initiatives that affect us in the Florida Keys, having worked for the legislature for almost 10 years. I've worked both sides of the aisle. I've worked for a Republican for many years, and I've also worked for a Democrat. And I feel like my candidacy and how I will represent the office can transcend party lines, which is very important when you want to strike an agreement on a certain issue. Or if you look at the makeup of our community, we're not all Republican and we're not all Democrat. We're very in the middle, and I know that I can strike a balance.
And now, if you were to get elected, Holly, what would be the issues that you'd want to start tackling immediately?
Well, first and foremost, you have to think about property insurance rates, and more specifically, windstorm insurance rates. We have the strictest building code in the Florida Keys and Monroe County specific, and it doesn't seem that Citizens, that's of course our property insurer, takes that into account when calculating our rates, and I would like to see some sort of rate reduction right away. Also, wastewater funding is extremely important for the protection of our reefs and our fisheries. And when I'm elected, I'll be a member of the majority party, which we all know can be easier or to get things accomplished. And I would like to see our fair share of state funding come down the pipe. And in Key West, wastewater isn't necessarily an issue, but stormwater is, flooding, things like that. I would like to see some state funding come down for projects on that. Also, the Department of Transportation I have a great relationship with, and I know the North Roosevelt project is getting started, and I perceive hopefully that will go smoothly. But just in case, I do have a good working relationship both with District 6, who oversees Miami and the Keys, as well as staff and management in Tallahassee with the department.
Okay. How do you think your experience that you've had the past couple of years would really help you in this position if you were to be elected, Holly?
As I mentioned earlier, and I always do want to go back to this, is I already know the issues, and I have been in the trenches working for constituents. I know that everybody is facing unemployment. I know how to help people get those benefits that they need. I have worked with veterans who are unemployed. I've helped them find jobs because obviously the economy is number one, and I should have mentioned that before. The economy is most important. We need to see that pre-recession times. I understand the state budget, which it all comes back to funding. And once again, I know the policies and the players of state government, and that can only benefit the community.
Okay. And if people want to find more information out about you, they can, of course, check out your website.
My website is www.hollyrashine.com.
And can they find you on Facebook?
Absolutely. Please feel free to connect with me.
Okay, well, great. Well, best of luck to you in your campaign, Holly, and thank you for talking with us this morning and letting our viewers get to know you a little bit better.
Thank you, Jenna.
That's going to do it for us today, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:30. Have a great day.